Next, we're going to move on to the WTF segment of this playcast, the part of the show where we look at some of the smaller artists playing across Reading and Leeds on the smaller stages. We're starting today off at the Pit with an artist called Arrested Youth, also known as Ian Johnson, is from Louisville, Kentucky. He reminds me significantly of artists like Youngblood and 21 Pilots, that kind of commercial like hip hop and rock together, I guess. The press release reads as followed. Arrested Youth built his cult following through both his mix of alternative and hip hop styles and thought-provoking lyrics addressing issues of self-doubt, ego and hyper-stimulation brought by social media. Since releasing his debut album Fear in late 2018, Arrested Youth has amassed over 40 plus million streams and supported Youngblood, Dreamers and Mowgli's on their US and Canadian tours. He's currently preparing to hit the road this spring to support Pele Royale, then heading to the United Kingdom for his European debut at Reading and Leeds Festival. What do you think of Arrested Youth? I'll be honest with you, this doesn't sound like something for me that belongs on the Pit, but it's very kind of Reading and Leeds as well, so hey ho. This is a record called My Friends Are Robots by Arrested Youth. Next, we're looking at an artist called Sonny Fodera, set to play the dance stage at Reading and Leeds. Commenter Elliot Roebuck has asked me to cover this artist for them, certainly someone who has been following this channel for a long time, so this one is dedicated to Elliot Roebuck. He was born in Australia. Resident Advisor claims that he is from the UK. He's a house DJ, reminds me loads of commercial Ibiza house. People like Calvin Harris, Gorgon City, Duke Jamon, MK, Camel Fat, those kind of guys. Has had releases on record labels like Defected, so you know, we're talking upper echelon of those kind of artists. There is a big long press release. I'm not going to read it all. It starts with, after a decade since his first release at the age of 23, Australian-born Sonny Fodera has created his own brand of groove-driven and emotive house music that resonates with devoted fans around the world. 50 million plus streams on Spotify and Apple Music. Remix plethora of different artists. Yeah, there's the same kind of thing in that press release as anything else. Today we're going to play a record called Before You, which features the wonderful Aluna George. It's been a while since I've seen anything from them. This is Sonny Fodera's most recent record. Came out in late February, has just released a remix of it as well. So yeah, enjoy. This is Before You by Sonny Fodera featuring Aluna George. Next, we're heading over to the Radio 1 stage for an artist called Ian Dior. Now, before we start this, I just want to talk about Ian Dior. If you go onto the Reading and Leeds poster, it says his name's Ian Dior Trevor, and then under Ian Dior, you've got, hang on, I'll get the poster up in this. If you're listening to this in audio format, go and look at the Reading and Leeds poster. Third line from bottom on the left, you've got Denzel Curry, Young T and Bugsy, OFB, Santi, Ian Dior Trevor, and then Daniel. Just so everyone's aware, Ian Dior is different from Trevor Daniel. They're two different artists. They've collaborated, funnily enough, and if you look on the list of the Reading website, they've got individual things, but on the poster, they fucked that up, and that's hilarious. Love that. Today we're looking at Ian Dior anyway. He is a rapper from Texas. I would probably describe him as an emo rapper, if I'm honest with you. That would be how I would describe him. He was born in Puerto Rico before moving to Corpus Christi in Texas. I would describe him as poppy emo rap is absolutely how I would describe him. He's previously collaborated with P&B Rock and Trippie Redd. Last year he released 2 records, Nothing Ever Good Enough and Industry Paint. This year he has collaborated with R&L veterans Machine Gun Kelly and Travis Barker of Blink-182 on the record that we're going to play today. It's a record called Sick and Tired. This isn't my kind of thing, really. I think it has its place at Reading, I do. It's just not my cup of tea, and I'm okay with that. But we're still going to play it regardless. This is Sick and Tired featuring Machine Gun Kelly and Travis Barker by Ian Dior.
I've been losing my mind, trying to figure it out, but I'm stuck in a drought. I guess I'll start again.
And finally, to wrap up WTF for this week, we're looking at an artist that doesn't have a lot of information out there about her. We're looking at Lyra, who is taking to the Festival Republic stage on the Friday at Reading, Saturday at Leeds. This is her first time playing. She is from County Cork in Ireland. Musically, gives me super Florence and Kate Bush vibes. That kind of big, bold voice. But it also reminds me of a little bit of people like Lucy Rose and Ray Morris. that kind of feel anyway. It's a bit kind of airy and striking at the same time. She was also announced to play Transmit, The Great Escape and Isle of Wight. Her press release relieves a perfect blend of dark electric pop. Lyra's creativity manifests itself in songs, stories and art. Her love of vocal talents such as Kate Bush, Likey Lee and Bat for Lash is obvious, part vintage, part contemporary. She exudes a sense of being free from the constants of time and era. Lyra is back in the studio working on new music, which will be released in 2020. I think she's got a very cool voice. There'll be a lot of people that will enjoy this sound. I'd like to hear some more from her before I make a final decision, but she's definitely got a unique talent, and I think that's something that should be explored more. Today we're looking at her latest record. This is Lyra and Mother.
I have to love my body strong enough to feel my own kingdom.
Well, that wraps up WTF Radio for this week. If there are any of those artists that you want me to cover more in depth, then please drop a comment below. I will, of course, share this as a separate video on YouTube as well. And you can go and check out some more of those artists if you like them. Any recommendations you think that I've missed that they've done, then please don't hesitate to get in touch.